Hello and welcome to Die Rollin. I'm your host, the ever excitable Adam, and today I'm going to be playing V-Commandos Operation Time Pencil. I don't know who comes up with the names in Allied Intelligence for these operations, but why Time Pencil? I guess everything can't be called like Operation Devil Storm or, cool names, but hey, we have Operation Time Pencil. So I tried this previously and I failed. The Germans absolutely overwhelmed me, and my poor commando group were just, overwhelmed. So this time I'm going to try again. I'm going to try a different tact. I've changed some of the abilities a little bit. If you want to know what the scenario is, then look at the previous mission, because I won't be reading out all the gumph again, because But generally, I have to. There's two parts to this. If we manage to succeed this operation, this part of the operation, then the next video you'll see will be the second part of this operation, and I'll only have one attempt to do it. And if we manage to complete this operation, then that's one victory for the Allies in this campaign. I'm just can waffle on for ages, but you guys think I'm here to look at my amazing face. You came here to watch a board game played, so here we go. So here we are for Operation Time Pencil, take 2. So we were in the forest location. Ideally, we have another location to go after this. We've got the radio station and villa. But last time our commandos went in, unfortunately, they got swamped by the enemy. So fingers crossed this time around, we're not going to have as much issues. But knowing me, they probably will. I made some changes from last time. So this time around, our medic, he's the guy who's actually got a weapon. We've got the officer, the sapper, and the scout. I've changed the officer side, so now he's on his... he doesn't have his silenced Sten now. He's actually got a regular pistol. And he can pick up a +1 AP token and give it to a commando or on his level or himself once per turn for 0 actions. And he can also give an additional dice to anybody on the field. I thought that his abilities on this side sounded quite good. So that's what we've gone with that. The sapper, he's on his tan side because he's got a decent weapon when he gets it. The scout is on his tan side because he can move through walls. If you didn't see my first take at Operation Time Pencil, then go and check that out. See where I went wrong. Leave some comments below to give me some support or some constructive criticism. It's always welcome. So the general idea for this particular level is we are trying to get back our commandos. They've paratrooped in and they have to get their supply drop. So these 3 guys don't have weapons. They've got to go to these locations here to grab those weapons and then exit the level. That's all we're going to do, really. And last time we tried this, we got totally... just totally overwhelmed by Nazis. So I'm going to shuffle the cards. You know, I've not stacked these in any way whatsoever. And hopefully this time around we're going to have a much better chance of completing this mission. So let's take a look. One thing I am going to do slightly different this time around is, so it says that when you pick up one of these objectives, another commando can get the weapon back. So I'm just going to let anybody get the weapon back, depending on what situation I'm currently in. So we're going to start with the officer is going to come out first. Or the medic. Let's go for the medic. So the medic is going to come out first for 1 action. He's going to move here for a 2nd action. No, he's not, because before we even begin, we've already gone wrong. We have to draw an event out first. So, keep it down, fellas. During this turn, the first stealth check is an automatic success. That, my friends, is pretty damn good, because that opens up straight away. That sorts out what we need to do. I'm very excited about this now, because that has really helped us out. What we know as well is the enemy is going to be moving west, so anyone who comes in this tile will move to this tile. Anyone who comes in this tile will move to this tile. Anyone who comes in this tile will move to this tile. So we are going to have a few enemies on the board at the end of this round, but I am very hopeful that we will have at least one objective captured, so we shall see. So we're going to start off with the medic. The medic is going to come out for 1. And he is then going to save an action for a further turn. That means I can't actually kill anybody this turn because I don't have any weapons. The officer is going to come out as well, and he is going to move that, and he's also going to, before he does this, oh, no, not quite yet. I can't quite do this yet. Okay, right, this is what we're going to do. So the officer's there. He is going to give himself a +1. The scout's going to come out for 1 action. He's then going to move into this area because he can move through walls because there's a window there, because of his special ability there. He doesn't have to roll for stealth because he automatically succeeds with that. And then he's going to spend his action to barricade this area here. The sapper is going to move in next. He's going to stay there, and he's going to get himself an additional action for a further turn. So we now do the enemy reinforcement phase. Just to remind you guys, I have 7 elite German units here, which aren't on the board, or sorry, aren't in this bag yet. They will be added, but not just yet. So our first guy comes out. Our next guy is held up behind that barricade. Our next guy comes out there, and the final guy comes out here. Everybody now moves west. Just to remind you, anybody who's on one of these triangle tokens, they will not move because they're guarding that objective. There's no visible enemies on the board for these guys to fight. So as far as the Germans are concerned, it's just another day in the forest. Double time. During this turn, injure commandos, except for those in critical condition, ignore any -1 AP token on their commando card, and everyone gets to move north this round. So we're going to have a bunch of people around this area. I'm pretty excited. So we're going to start off with the scout straight away. So he's going to kill this guy for 1 action point because he's killing him in close combat. He will then drop something for us. We're hoping it's not a spotted token because they won't do anything for us. It's a German officer uniform. Now the scout doesn't actually require that, but you know what? We probably could just pick it up for free. Maybe it will come in handy. So the scout has that now. He's then going to spend 2 action points to pick up this. Yes, that's right. 2 action points to pick these things up. It does take quite a lot to do this. So we're going to give the sapper back his weapon. So that's the end of the scout's turn. Next, we're going to be shooting with our French medic here. So he's shooting there. He gets a 6 and a 3, so he kills this guy. And we found a crowbar. Crowbars are awesome. They're probably my favorite thing in this game. His second movement, he's going to move there. And his third action, he's going to shoot into this space here. And he misses. What a shame. Okay, so now our officer's going to come in. He's going to move in there for 1. He's going to pick up this crowbar. And then he is going to give, using this here for 0 action, he's going to give a +1 to the scout for a later turn. The sapper, he's not really doing much at the moment. He's got a decent gun, but we're going to leave him where he is just for this moment. So that means we now spawn people onto the map. So we have 1 guy here. We have 1 guy in that. Now this is a blank token, which means we get rid of this. And we have 1 of these guys to the bag. 1 of these guys being the elite troops. Oh, we have another 1 of those. So another elite troop is getting added to the bag. And then we draw this guy here. Now everybody moves north that can move north, so just that guy at the moment. And now it's the next turn. So our event is fire alarm. If the alarm is triggered and all commanders are stealthy, turn off the alarm as if a commander had turned it off. As in, it's a false alarm. So, we know everyone, well, we don't know where everyone's moving this around, so that is a bit of a pain. So, we're going to start with the medic. The medic is going to shoot into this area here. He needs 4s or more. He misses the first action. Second action, he does it. He kills this guy. And we leave behind a grenade. That was his second action. His third action, he's going to move into this area here. So next we're having the officer. The officer's going to move into this zone. He's going to pick up this grenade for free. He's then going to pick up this for 2 action points. And then he's going to spend his final action point to move over here. But he's not done yet because once per turn he can pick up a +1 AP token. So he's going to do that, giving himself an extra action next round. So our sapper, we could start shooting with him, but we're not going to do this just yet. Our scout is going to move into this area here. And we're going to wait there. We're going to leave it this turn. That's the end of this go. And hopefully people aren't going to be coming east. I'm playing a bit safer this time around, but that might not necessarily be a clever idea. Okay, so everyone is in now. And they're moving. Of course they're moving east. So these guys go into here. These guys go into... That guy goes into there. These two guys move into here to see what's going on there. This guy moves into there. And we then have to check to see if we have been spotted. So we're going to go for the scout first. Scout's not been spotted. And the sapper. The sapper has also not been spotted. I am very happy with that dice roll. I mean, oof, that could have gone really badly, really quickly. So we've got company. German High Command sends elite troops in the area. We've permanently removed 3 regular enemy units picked up from the enemy reserve. So basically, we're getting rid of 3 of our regular guys, which means there's more chance of getting the elite people out. Cool. So they're out there. And we know that everyone is moving south this turn. Okay, so we've actually got 2 of the 3 objectives. So I should have actually given somebody else back one of their weapons. So we're going to give the scout back their weapon for the moment, because chances are he's going to need it more than anybody else. Okay, so the medic is going to move into the trapdoor this round. So next round they're going to come out of that trapdoor. And the officer is going to do exactly the same thing. So at the moment they're off the board, but next round they'll come out in that spot there. Okay, so next we're going to have the scout, and he is going to try to kill these guys here. So we have, first of all, he kills one guy because he's able to do that using his close combat. But if we get a spotted token out of here now, things could go drastically wrong for us. It's not, it is a machine gun. So he's going to spend his second action to kill this guy. And we found a barrage token. Barrage tokens you can use to target an area outside and explode it. So we're going to pick up this machine gun with the scout because that's a pretty cool weapon. The sapper is next. And once again, we'll just pick this up for the sapper and not do anything else with them. The reason I'm doing this is next turn, we're going to get the French medic on here. He's going to have a silenced weapon, and maybe we can start moving this way, taking out people as we go. The officer's also got a crowbar at the moment, which means he can come in here and he can jam up this reinforcement point. This might mean we actually make it out the level, but we'll see. This game can turn evil on you pretty quick. So we have a blank in there, which is really good for this. We have a single guy over there. We have this double guy there, and down south we have this guy. And everyone is moving south who can move south. So we're going to move these 2 guys down there, and that's the end of the enemy turn. Next we have friendly fire. Before we do friendly fire, I did need to remove this from the game and add one of these German elites to the bag. So friendly fire. During this turn, each enemy shooting die rolling a 1 hits another regular enemy unit within firing range, and everyone's going to be moving north this turn. So we're going to start off with our medic. So our medic comes on for 1 action point to come onto there. He's then going to shoot into this zone. He needs 3 or more to kill this guy, and he does that. So that guy's dead. I'd love this to be a crowbar, but it's a spotted token. Doesn't take effect because there's no one else on this tile, so no one notices the dead body there. So that would normally be the end of the medic's turn because he's moved for 1, he's shot for 1, and we can move him into this zone, but it's going to cost us 2 action points to do that. And we're going to do that. So 2 action points, so 1 for that and 1 for his +1 here. and he's moved stealthily into this area here. Next, we're going to move our officer on there. So 1 action point to move there. 2 more action points to move stealthily into there. We're going to use his final action point there to use his crowbar on this reinforcement point. And then he's going to give a +1 back to the medic. The sapper is going to move 2 action points to move into here. And he's going to stay where he is. And we're going to move the scout 1 action point to move into there. And yeah, that's going to be it for the moment for my guys. So we're now going to do reinforcements. Up north, we have this guy there. In the east, we have that guy. We have this guy over here. And down south, we have this elite guy. So because there's 4 people here, they break through this door, wondering why no one's letting them in. These guys are still in reserve. This guy comes in and this elite guy comes in. So we get a few elites on the board now. Everyone moves north because they can't see any enemies. So they're just following their normal kind of their routine. And we go for the next round. So I found the fuse box. A commander may remove a light fuse for 1 action point. All indoor tiles are treated like small tiles because of darkness. Next turn, any commando except for the scout without a German uniform on a large tile will be visible. And everyone is moving west. This is working out wondrously for us. So we are going to start with the American sapper, and we're going all guns out, guys. The alarm's going to go off, but hopefully we're going to be able to turn this off in time. So he's going to start off. He's shooting into this zone here, and he needs 4 or more, and he's got 6 and a 4. So he kills this guy with his assault rifle there, his bar rifle. Got a spotted token, doesn't take an effect, but because we have shot with that really loud bar rifle, he's become visible, and the alarm has gone off. So that's 1 action point to do that. A 2nd action point to move into this room. A 3rd action point to open this door with his gun. And then we're going to use his last action there to shoot into this zone here. And he does it. He kills this guy deftly. And we get a piece of equipment in there. And that is a barrage token. Okay, so we're going to now get our... Who's next then? So the sapper went. We're going to get the British officer. No, the medic. So we're going to get the medic to go 1, 2, and then he's going to spend an action point in this one to be able to pick this up. We have now done the mission. We just have to get out. So we're going to get the British officer to move 1 in there, 2 to turn off the alarm. And then I don't think I've moved the scout this turn, so we're going to go 1 and he's off the board. Okay, so we now, we didn't use the fuse box thing this time round, which is fine. And we also have not got the alarm going off, which is great. This is so different to my last game of this. It seems like it's actually possible. Okay, so this time around we have no one's looking. During this turn, for each stealth check, commandos may roll 1 die. So we get to re-roll our dice here, which is pretty good. So the officer is going to go first. He's going to spend 2 action points to move there, a 3rd action point to move here, and he is going to give for 0 actions, he's going to give himself a +1 action so he can then move off the board. That gives our sapper and medic just a little bit of breathing room here. So the medic's going to pick up this barrage token on his way. He's going to stay there and he's going to wait there. And our sapper is going to wait there as well. The reason I've done this, guys, is because if we have a hammer unit come out here, so you see one of these guys there, if a hammer guy comes here, he's worth 2 units for the purpose of this door. So if I had these guys in this area, and we had a hammer guy, all 4 of these guys would come into this room. Then they would move into this area and potentially we'd lose these two guys for our next part of this operation, and we can't afford to do that. Although the sapper's already gone this turn, so he wouldn't be able to get a +1 action point, I believe. The sapper's already gone. He killed somebody, didn't he? Okay, sorry, I think I lost track of what I was actually doing there. So let's do the reinforcements. So we have one guy up there, we have one guy down here, one guy in here, and we have one guy in here, and everyone is moving east, which is perfect for us. Next we have It's Jam. So during this turn, the first commander rolling 1 on a shooting die jams his weapon, the shot is cancelled, and the weapon cannot shoot until next turn, and everyone's moving east. So we're just going to run for it now. So 1, 2, he's off the board, and 1, 2, he's off the board. So I managed to do it. I'm as surprised as you are. Hopefully I didn't make any mistakes. If I did, please let me know in the comments below. But as I can't read those comments below, and I'm probably going to go on to play the next part, if I did make something wrong and it meant that I didn't actually succeed in that mission, I'm going to do the second part anyway. So deal with it. Yeah, thank you for watching this. If you like this video, then please like and subscribe to our various different social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and of course, YouTube. Please leave comments below if you've spotted mistakes, like I say, or if there's anything you enjoyed about this particularly. And until next time, stay safe and keep rolling.